everybody. My name is Darlene and I have Parkinson's. I'm going to talk about something that we have talked about in the past, but I think it's important to go over again just because there's new people that are watching and it's important for them to understand what Parkinson's really is about. First thing though, I want to start off with, I'm going to show my hat. I finished making the hat. Now, they said that this was going to be a lady's hat. It was more like a child's hat. Now, Bill's sister probably doesn't weigh 98 pounds soaking wet. She's a very small person. So I have decided that I'm going to send it out to her and I hope it fits her. And if it doesn't, I said she can find a child that can use a hat. Now, the other thing is it was just a pattern for a beanie, which I didn't think had any style to it. So I decided to gussy it up a little bit after I'd got the beanie part finished and I put a brim on it. So I'm going to just turn you around here and show you. Okay, I got it on my jug just to show. You see how I've added this little bit of a brim. I added that, but I think that that's a pretty nice looking little hat. So I was quite pleased with that. So I'm going to try a basket next. So I've got a tutorial on that, and that's what I'm starting next. Anyway, what I actually want to talk about today is the early signs of Parkinson's. There is a lot of symptoms that can be Parkinson's, and not everybody gets everything. Everybody knows about tremor. Not everybody gets tremor, but that's one of the things that is an early sign, is if you have tremor. Another one is small handwriting. And that's me, small and now messy. Not just small, but small and messy now. I was just small for a while. And my husband just laughed at that. I've never been small in my entire life. My handwriting was small. Another one is the loss of smell. Now, I'm really glad that didn't happen because that's also a sign of COVID. And I think that if I had got that, I understand that you can't taste things at the same time, and that would be very awful. So I'm glad I never got the loss of smell. Trouble sleeping. Never used to be trouble sleeping, but boy, it is now. So that's most definitely for me. Small handwriting is mine. Trouble sleeping is mine. A little bit of tremor, but not greatly. This is the worst of them. Trouble moving and walking. I can't turn properly. I can't just pivot. If I'm walking and I want to turn somewhere, I have to actually make my brain think about it. That's the reason that these ridiculous dots are on my floor. It's to trick my brain to make me follow them. And you do a lot of those little tricks in order to keep yourself going. Constipation. Now that can mean a lot of things. Like a lot of people have it for other reasons, but it is a sign that you could have Parkinson's. Soft or low voice. My husband would like that, maybe for me to have that one. Yeah, he would. But so far, that has not happened. I can hear myself just fine. I make sure that he can hear me just fine. And if he chooses not to hear me, I just talk a little louder. And then he does hear me. So we don't have that one. We're fine there. A masked face. What that means is expressionless. Whether you're happy or whether you're sad, you sort of have the same look on your face. And again, that has not happened to me. Now, any one of these can happen at any point in time, but those are things that I haven't had to deal with. Dizziness or fainting. Well, I haven't fainted, but I've been dizzy plenty of times. So, but I haven't fainted too much. When you're walking, sometimes you sort of stoop or are bent over. That's another common one. There's a lot of things that could be Parkinson's related. And it's really hard to know which ones are and which ones aren't. But anyway, for me, the rigidity in my bones and everything, the freezing up of my body, those are all classic Parkinson's. What else do I have written down here? Oh, I said I was going to tell a bit of a story too. Now, yesterday I mentioned to you about we went on a girls' camping trip, and that the bugs all hatched that 1 hour when we were down at the lake for 4 hours. And we came back and there was all these bugs. Well, that same trip, Claudine was doing the driving, and that same trip, in order to get from Calgary to where the campground was, we took this cut across road across the mountains. It cut off quite a bit of time instead of having to go all the way around. But when we were coming back home, that's the Icefields Road, this Columbia Icefields. When we were coming back home, we got right to the top where Columbia Icefields are, and the road was closed. I think it was a rock slide, and the road was closed. So now we had to either stay there till the road opened, which could be 6 hours, or we could turn around and go the long way around through Edmonton and come back down. Well, we talked about it and we said we didn't really want to just sit there, because what if it didn't open for 2 days? Like, we said, no, we're going to just go around. It's going to now make the trip very long, but we are going to go around. Well, Claudine was super tired. She was super, super tired. And we'd stopped and she'd had a nap at the side of the road. And then we got back on the road and we were driving between Jasper and Edmonton. And it's a flat, straight road. And we're driving along, and Claudine says to me, "Look it, there's an airplane flying right outside our window." And I looked over and there was lights there. I said, "That can't be an airplane." And we're looking at it. It was an overpass over the highway, and we could see the car lights coming on that. I said to Claudine, "We have been driving way too long when we're thinking car lights are airplanes flying at the height of a car." We've laughed. Had an airplane flying right beside us. But we made it home safe and sound. I think it was 16 or 18 hours worth of driving by the time we got turned around and all the way back. But when we got home, we heard that that road had not opened until the following morning. So we did make the right choice. Anyway, that's it for me today. I hope you all had a really great Valentine's Day. We didn't do anything special for it. I went grocery shopping. But that spent enough money that we didn't need to do anything else. All right. We'll see you all tomorrow.